kind of wanted to have a different little setup around me, plus the house is kind of busy and I don't want to stay up super late to do a review on these. But tonight, TC Vape reviews the Maraxus and the Kracken. These are in fact both clones, so I don't want to mislead anybody. I'm going to basically just go over these really quick because they are both clones and they are both things that a lot of people are familiar with. But for you guys who are new and just starting out, I'm fairly new at all this too. Well, for about a year. Off and on for about a year. So I just want to give you my honest opinion on this. If you're thinking about moving into the mechanical world, some of the more popular things that you're going to hear about in the clone world would be like the clone Chi and Nemesis. And this is going to be, I think, one of the new ones that's going to kind of come out there and make its name. And that's the Maraxus. One thing I found about this that was interesting compared to my other clones that I have is I pulled this out of the box, I put a battery in it, and it was great. I've yet to have any problems with the button. It's got a floating pin. There's nothing I've had to do to it. I'm not losing any voltage on it that I can tell by firing up my RDAs. Now, there is a slight voltage drop compared to my authentic Chi, but it also is, the authentic also has some modifications done to it to make it where there's damn near no voltage drop. But as far as the clone world, if I pulled out my Nemesis out of the box and put this right beside it and hit both, same build, same everything, this hits harder every time. Same battery, same everything, and it still hits harder every time. So if you're going out there to make a new RDA that's built, you know, sub-ohm coils and you're wanting to hit it hard, this guy's going to do it. Now, it will handle an 18650 and 18350. One of the things you have to do with the 350 to get it to work is just pull off this gold ring and this gold ring. Now, I'm going to say that you can, but at the same time, I'm going to say that I don't recommend it. And the reason why is these two gold or polished brass rings actually have the vent holes for the battery. So, can you do it? Yes. In my opinion, probably shouldn't do it because, like those who have watched my other videos, like the battery safety video, when the battery begins to vent, it has to go somewhere. We want that venting to be there, especially if you're new to this and you're kind of getting new into building coils. There is a slight chance that you might have a short and you know, have a bad battery one day. So it'd probably be good that it's not a pipe bomb in your hand, that it actually has the venting like it's supposed to. One other thing that I will say about this is particularly a unique style. You don't see a lot of this little claw thing going on. That's going to be really up to the person and style. So I really can't go over whether or not you're going to like the style. That's up to you. Now you'll notice this ring here is facing up and so is this one. It's going to come to you with this ring facing down. What I found is when I'm holding it, the weight of the mod kind of had those little claws right there sitting right into my hand. Which on one hand wasn't really bad because it helped it stay in my hand and I didn't have to worry about dropping it as much. But I did find that over time those little edges did kind of bother my finger. Now, I'm a locksmith, so I work with my hands all the time. They're pretty gritty. I'm sure you guys seen some of my other videos where you can see my nasty fingernails or roughed up knuckles and all that. That's just part of the trade. But I flipped it around just for comfort, and it still looks really nice that way. So there's one thing that could be said is that there's a little bit of messing around with it. I wouldn't say that it's customizable, but you can make it a little look a little bit different than the next guys. The button, there is no technical locking ring on this button. It's a recessed ring, and if you see here, you have the gold section and you have the silver. Well, the gold is the button, and that's all the throw there is. there's really not much throw in that, which I like. It's effortless to operate, so maybe some of the younger ladies out there, or even older ladies that get tired of messing around with some of these big old buttons that are clanky, it's really easy to press. Hardly any pressure. I would say less than a pound of pressure to activate that. Floating pin on the top, I've had zero issues with it. That's one of my big, me personally, one of my big complaints about a lot of floating pins is they use a spring in there or something that's just not worth a crap. And within the first 2 or 3 days, I put everything I have on it and off of it, on it and off of it. Because before I do a video, I want to have an idea of what you may be dealing with, so I can not only give you a review, but I can give you a fix, kind of like I did the hammer. The Maraxus, it's been flawless for me. As far as a $50 mod, it's been flawless. So let's talk about the Nemesis out of the box and the Maraxus. The Nemesis out of the box, if you want it to be better, you're going to have to buy some contacts. You're going to need to get some magnets, because that button's a little wonky, kind of gets stuck every once in a while. At least on my clone it did. The magnets resolved that. I noticed a little bit of voltage drop, not a lot, but new contacts fixed that as well. So as far as it was a another $50, $60 clone mod, but I found myself buying other components to get it where I wanted it. As far as this guy's concerned, I don't really foresee anything that I'm going to have to buy to change it. The button's great. I like that this is a quick thread. It takes 2 seconds. Got a little ring right there. Look at that. Nothing at all. It slides in, threads in quick. Battery changes aren't a pain in the butt. There's nothing, you don't have to worry about the button coming off. I mean, it's just a really easy mechanical mod to work with. They did a good job in designing it. So kudos to the original designer. Well done, sir. One day I will probably own the original just because I like this guy, and the functionality of it is just flawless so far. Kick me in the ass, would you? So anyways, this guy, would I buy it or would I not? Yes, I would buy this guy. If I lost this mod tomorrow, by this weekend I would have another one. I've just been that happy with it. Matter of fact, if I lost this guy tomorrow, I would probably wait and get the original. If you've ever thought about getting an original mod and you like that style, I would say if the clone's this good, the original's got to be badass. Alright, let's move on to the Kracken. So, Maraxus, big thumbs up. The Kracken. This is a Kracken clone. It has all the little logos and everything else. Here we go. Logo. Air holes are adjustable. You can set the air holes up to be just one side open for a single wick, and you can have both holes open for a dual coil system, 2 wicks. I'm right now running mine with 2 coils, 2 SS mesh wicks. I'm finding that I'm really enjoying this vapor production out of this. Now there is something to be said about this. This is not a clone that I purchased and I didn't have a lot of stuff to do to it. I would say about a week back, if you go to TC Vape Reviews, I have this write-up on the Kracken oil taste. I found where it's at and it's in there, and I'm going to do a close-up on it as well when I'm going to do another video later on how I built on it. So that way, if you like my vapor production, maybe you'll like the flavor that I'm getting too. So the center post, there's 2 posts on the outside and a center post dead center. That's what center means. If you take that screw out, I found that there was oil down in that stem, and I'll show you how to take all that out in another video. Hopefully I'll have it out next week. I've been pretty busy, so it does not come with this tip. I just liked it. You can put whatever tip on it. Actually, my Kracken did not come with a tip. I don't know if that just happened to be the clone maker of this Kracken. They just didn't supply a tip. So I got a glass hand-blown tip. I'm actually liking that. It looks nice. Once you get that oil removed, save yourself the headache. Go to TC Vape Reviews. Read that if you're planning on getting it within this weekend. If you're going to wait, I should have my video up hopefully within the next 2 weeks, and I'll show you where it's at, how to get it out, all that good jazz. But if you're in a hurry to get one after tonight or this weekend or next week, go to TC Vape Reviews. There is a link, and I have it pinned at the top, of how to get that oil taste out of there. And trust me, I tried milk, I tried vodka, I tried washing it. Not only did I wash it once, I washed it like 15 damn times. And every time I put my little coals on there and fire it to see how they're doing, I'd get this little jet stream of motor oil being burnt right out the top. It was kind of disappointing that I realized it's a clone and we're getting kind of the, you know, B-rated material here. But you would think with, even in the clone world, there are clone companies that are better than others, that they would take the time to make sure they're not leaving something harmful. And let's go safety. Motor oil is not safe to vape. Those of you that are typing, I just vaped on it until it went away, the whole point of us vaping is to get away from all those nasty chemicals in cigarettes. So why in the hell would you vape it with oil in that? It is oil. Oil is not good to vape. It's a petroleum. You're basically vaping motor oil. It's the same thing they use to cut metal. You wouldn't take cutting oil and burn it and vape it. So don't do that. If it has a motor oil taste, you need to stop. Lord knows what you're putting in your body. I mean, but anyways, rant over. Clean it. If you have motor oil taste, stop. Clean it again. Or go to TC Vape Reviews, get the fix. So anyways, onward. Let's talk about vapor production and let's talk about flavor. I put in a bunch of different flavors in this guy, from very low mild flavors, like I have a strawberry flavor that's really mild. And matter of fact, if I put in like a Pro Tank or even my K-Fun, it's just a very mild, I could barely get that strawberry flavor out of it. In my dripper, kind of the same thing. Now, this is one of my first Jennies that I've gone with because I was curious. I'm very surprised about the flavor. And to kind of fit in with the whole Jenny era, I went ahead and did the mesh build because that was kind of where they all started from. So I was like, you know, I'm going to build it every way that they did when they first came out. So I went with the mesh. That's what everybody said that they've done forever, and it works great. The first mesh build I did, it had a little bit of funky taste to it. I did it again. I cleaned up my mesh a little bit better, and then all of a sudden I had a miracle in my hand, and that was the Kracken built just the way it was designed, no extras to it, and it is phenomenal. I mean, as far as something, in my opinion, that's not a dripper, this guy puts out a ton of vapor, and the flavor's there. Right now I have a banana pudding in it, and I don't normally vape banana. I just think it's nasty. It's actually really good in this. So I've been very happy with it. Now, a couple of things to be cautious of. It is a Jenny tank. So if you do this long enough, the juice is going to start dripping out the end of it. So it is something that you have to keep upright. It's not been a problem for me. I've been able to put it in my cup holder, I've been able to put it in my shirt pocket, and I've not had any leaking issues whatsoever. And I've been carrying this Kracken around when I did my little test run on my my hammer. I've had it on the Chi-Yu. So I gave this some time just because I wanted to give a really good review on it as far as was it worth the money. Now, is it worth buying? In my opinion, yes. I have very much enjoyed the Kracken clone. I was disappointed that it had that oil pocket in the top. That can be very dangerous. So as long as you clean that out and take the time to build it right, you could find yourself with probably one of your best vapes you've ever had. One day I'm going to own the original of that too. That's kind of what I do. If I find something that I'm just like, oh my god, that's wonderful, I hunt down the original. I give credit to where it's due. Somebody had to spend the time and money to design this guy, so I'm going to pay him back. So whoever did the original design, whatever your engineer name is, thank you, sir, or madam. But guys, I got mine for $39. You can get yours probably for the same price if you go to the same local shop that I went to here in the DFW area. If you're curious, hit me up and I'll tell you where. But they are in some places going for 60 and 80 bucks. I would not spend $60, $80 for it. I would spend in the 50, 30 range. Just because you can get it online for that price. There's no need to spend that much for a quick fix. So if it's something that you really want and you want to run to the store and get one, it's worth the extra money just to help support your local vape shops. So get yourself a Kracken. You're going to like it. Make yourself a good build. Most local vape shops right now, so far everyone I've gone to are doing an actual deal where if you buy it, they'll build on it for you and set you up. So, I mean, damn, you can't beat that, can you? Back in the day when I bought stuff and I had to guess what the hell I was doing, now you can go up there and have them do it. So anyways, the Kracken is a thumbs up. Watch out for the machine oil. Clean it, clean it, clean it. Go to TC Vape Reviews. Learn how to clean it. The Maraxus. Right out of the box, ready to run. I give both of these a thumbs up. And if you're looking at getting something that looks good together, it looks really good together. As always, guys, thanks for watching my videos. It has really been a blessing to see all the support that's coming my way. To get 500 views on a video that I really didn't think was ever going to go anywhere. I just wanted to do my typing bit, and you guys are just, y'all just keep coming out, and I appreciate that. You know, hopefully the information I've given you is saving you time and saving you money, because that's really my goal, is to help get people to quit smoking, start vaping, and save money along the way, because Lord knows I spent so much money chasing the good vape, and I hope that I can help you guys get right to it, and if that's what you love, stick with it. Anyways, vape on, guys.